Natália, tell me first of all, where is the Valley of the Arts?
Well, it's situated in Hungary, above Balaton, in 3 beautiful small villages with 200-300 people who live there. And for 10 days, we have the honor to use their spaces, barns, or fields, and smaller kind of old school or old mill buildings in order to have their art stages. So, for example, our classical music stages are situated in 2 big churches there, or in a barn we would have some film screenings even.
Do you have a river in the valley?
Well, it's not a river, it's a smaller
A stream.
stream, yes, but we have a lot of water mills along that stream, and it used to be a bigger river, and it looks really nice with a small island in the middle of the village where we would have some art presented as well.
I know that for your festival, the environment is terribly important, isn't it? Tell me about the sort of initiatives that you've done to protect the environment around the villages.
First of all, in 1989, the whole festival was founded by some artists in order to protect and help the village to protect the environment. So it had the sustainability foundation thought, even before sustainability was such an issue and common topic we would cover when we do a festival. At that time, the stream disappeared from the village, and villagers were really sad because of it. And with the arts festival, they managed to collect money in order to rebuild some streamways for the river, and the water came back. And during the years, the festival since 1989 always manages to give back to the community with some environmental and sustainability measurements that we take, and we are always conscious that we kind of gifted the right to have these 3 living villages for the 10 days, and we have to respect the environment that we are in.
And I know you work with your suppliers quite closely too to make sure that their contributions are environmentally friendly.
Yeah, we have around 200 suppliers and catering providers, artsmen, just selling their art there at the Valley of Arts. And since 2018, no one was allowed to use single plastic, and we just had to start using reusable cups and biodegradable utensils and plates where it's possible, and even the bags where you would buy your gifts had to be paper since then, or just biodegradable plastic, so PLA or other bamboo or other kind of material. So it was hard. They could not understand me well and take me well for a while, but actually, that time there wasn't this EU directive of banning the single-use plastic, and I was trying to explain that anyway it would come through legislation as well. So please just follow me on this path. Well, it was hard, but then we managed to do it with a lot of conversations and workshops.
And now let's talk a little bit about the arts that you present. What's the program like? I mean, is it mainly classical music, or is it mainly environmental work, or is it theatre? What do you present?
Well, first of all, we are always in the second half of the July, and it's always 10 days, so 2 weekends and the week in the middle. We have 40 stages. Out of those, we have 3 which are classical music ones. We have 2 stages for theatre. We have a stage for modern dances, and we have folk dances, word music, jazz, a lot of jazz, international and crossover jazz, and some really kind of old school jazz groups are coming to the Valley of Arts. And we have some lighter stages as well. We have a lot of literature, and we have a stage, for example, for 2 stages for environmental knowledge to be just kind of spread around with educative workshops, or even some eco art that we are trying this year, and how artists can do their productions more sustainably and kind of promote sustainability through art as well. So, well, it's a really multi-art and multi-genre festival.
And do the performances happen simultaneously, or just are they spread through the day one at a time?
No, actually, this year, so we have around 3,000 acts during the 10 days. So 300 programs are happening a day, and they are happening simultaneously throughout the 3 villages, 40 stages, and that's how we managed to have a non-festival feel. You wouldn't feel in a crowded space with us. You would go to intimate spaces and even have a chat afterwards with the artists. There is no such separation in between artists and the audience as well. And sometimes artists would even stay with us then as audience for a couple of days. And a lot of new productions would emerge from the Valley of Arts, because artists tend to stay there, the audience tries out art, there is a lot of participatory workshops or theater or singing and musical workshops as well, and everyone can try a path of being an artist.
And how big are the villages?
Actually, the smallest one has 200 people living there throughout the year. The second one is 300 people big, and the third one has 700 something-ish inhabitants.
So only 1,200 or so in total. And
yes.
At the end of the festival, are the people from the villages exhausted and look forward to a nice quiet August?
You see, if it's a festival happening since the revolution and system has changed in Hungary. So since 1989, there were a lot of people who were brought up with the notion of having this festival around. As we are trying
Do they all volunteer? And
we are kind of involving the community. For example, there is a program, mentorship program for youngsters. Then they can, for example, come with me for a day, or with the finance director, or stay at the stage backstage for a day to see what we do and help out. And sometimes they stick around with us and start helping out as organizers. So we try to involve the villages. They are proud of being here with us and having us there as well. They're proud that since 33 years, it gave such a fame for so small but charming villages. That
has it changed the population, do you think? Have people moved into the village and others moved out as part of the festival community?
Yeah, actually a lot of people started buying some holiday homes. If they would look for one, the Balaton Uplands, then they would be kind of really intrigued by these 3 villages, because they associate the villages with art. Some even hotels, not hotels, but smaller house providers would come there, start their businesses. Some restaurants were opened up. We provide actually during from September till May, we provide smaller community-based programs for babies and some musical instruments, kind of exploration sessions, some literature sessions as well. But those are like really targeting the community that is there. So basically, yes, after a while, these 3 villages were started to be associated with art, and you can find art throughout the year there.
And are you exporting your model to other places?
Yes, actually, we took over with this younger team this festival in 2013, and already we're fascinated by how rich the programming is and how many kind of rural development facilitation it could start. So we actually, practically speaking, went to the other side of the country, to Tokaj wine region, and in 2016 started a different festival called Kerekdom. And since 9 editions now, we do kind of colorful multi-art programming there as well, with a heavy winery and sommelier leg as well. It's a really historic village. A lot of poets and artists would have turned there around in the couple of 100 years. So it's like a really kind of charming place as well. And during these 9 years, we could see the same notion happening as in the Valley of Arts, that people started to get to know Taya, this village. Some new businesses emerged, some new, not hotels, but small pensions or apartments were started there, and the tourism kind of revived. And now more and more people would find it a nice place to live, because they see that it's associated with art. That's how arts can even foster rural development and help to all the communities kind of to rebuild, because I think it's a heavy problem all around Europe that people tend to go towards cities rather than staying in these beautiful communities. And that's how art can fulfill their lives there as well.
I suppose we've got the Valley of the Arts, and if you're in the wine region, it has to be the Barrel of the Arts. And now you've got to start the Mountain of the Arts.
Yeah.
Natalia, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Do, 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 people,